I'll have to say the coolest thing about where we live right now, for I think both of us, is walking outside, and as we come outside, just seeing this mountain. And there's more over here above this house too. Today we're going to Lynn Canyon. There's some pretty cool stuff that we wanted to do there. Yesterday's video did not work out because our stuff is not lost, but it was never sent to us. So we'll talk about that at a later video, but our stuff, it's not coming. I was cutting my vegetables with a friggin' scissors because our knife's not here yet, and I don't even know if it's on its way. So, yeah. Our only issue is Our only issue is that we don't have any of our stuff, like I said. So there's a lot of things that we look at online that we want to do. Like we want to go hiking and we want to climb some mountains and we want to go snowboarding, and there's a lot of stuff that we're kind of now put on hold for. Like my snowboard's on there, my helmet, my gloves, my goggles, my boots, everything's on there. And all of our running shoes and hiking gear and stuff like that is also on there. So that kind of sucks, but we're just making the best and doing what we can while we're here. I'm also by no means complaining whatsoever. I'm not trying to say that I'm complaining. I'm very grateful that everything is here and we're here and everything. I'm just letting you guys in on the situation. So over here, there's supposed to be like a suspension bridge and then some waterfalls. I'm not too big of a fan of heights, so I hope the suspension bridge is not the highest thing in the world, but we're gonna find out.
We're here, and if we cross the bridge, we go this way, we get to, I think that would be the waterfalls. You cross that bridge and we can come back here. Or if we go up here, we get to...
So let's start here, go to here, and then see what time it is, and then maybe we'll come all the way back up to there and back, or go around. It's kind of sucky because there's people already on the bridge and they're just like all stopped being tourists, like we probably will, but I'll try and get the best footage around them that I can. That was sick. The only sketchy part was the fact that the bridge is like a cable bridge, so it moves. So you'll be standing in the middle taking a picture and all of a sudden someone starts storming down the other side and the whole thing sways, but that was pretty cool. Did you have a good time?
I did.
You were scared at first, but...
Now I'm fine.
Something about the wide angle lens and even the factory kit lens that came with this camera, you just can't capture like the height or the depth that I want to. Like these trees, they are huge. And unless you scale them like that, you just don't get it. And I'd love to invest in a new lens, but for now, there's no money for that. A lot of trees here also have like this weird lettuce growing all over it. It's moss, and I'm pretty sure my theory is because it's so wet here all the time that it just grows on all the trees that are around the water, but can someone explain that to me? If I'm not right, if I am right, then good job for me, but if I'm not, can you explain it to me?
People since 1985.
So that bridge has killed 8 people, and then this many people have bonked their heads.
In 4 years.
In 4 years. I don't know, maybe those people that bonked their head didn't see the big warning sign. Super cool that we keep seeing all these salmon signs everywhere, because I don't have my BC fishing license yet, but I would love to get it. Courtney is very spooked by the fact of like actually eating a fish that you catch, but I think it would be sick, especially because we're here. There's a lot of like fish that live around here that are good to catch and eat, and at home it was just like you could eat them, but they weren't like the best. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to hook myself up with a BC fishing license, and we got to get on catching some of these yummy salmons. I didn't sign up for all these stairs. Unload me. Oh good, I'm glad Vancouver hires car thieves to work at their parks. Haha, mine went faster. I almost fell and died. So from what I can tell, Lynn Park is like somewhere you come if you want to cliff dive. They seem to endorse it and have very many places to cliff dive. So I don't know, just from the looks of it, I don't really know much, but I would come here to cliff dive. This water is like crystal clear. That's got to be a good 12 feet right there. See, these are the trees I'm talking about with all these moss growing on them. Like, what the heck? It literally looks like that tree came from under the ocean and someone just planted on the ground. And the whole forest right now that we're in is like that. It's like mossy tree forest. Every single tree is just covered in that moss. That was pretty cool. It's cool to have stuff like that so easily accessible. Like, that was under 20 kilometers away from our house. And yesterday we went to like this the base of a mountain that we want to climb, but we didn't climb because we don't have our stuff. And that was like within 20 kilometers of our house, and the ocean is literally within 5. And like the heart of Vancouver is within 20 kilometers. Like, it's really, really cool. I'm really happy with what we picked. I think we made a good choice because we're really close to everything. And it just gives you something to do. Like today we went here and killed a couple hours just walking around looking at nice trails. Do you have anything to say, passenger?
No. You covered it.
So we took Courtney's car to get an oil change I told you guys about the other day when we first got here, and she needed an out-of-province... Oh, perfect. Now it's just me. She needed an out-of-province safety in order to register her car in this province. So we got that done, and we're just going to go ahead and register her car and get everything all set up today. That way we have at least one car that's actually legally registered and ready to go here, because there's a lot of stuff with my car I don't know what we're going to end up doing, and it's going to take a little bit longer, and we just don't want to have any hassles with having cars not registered properly or anything like that. So right now we're going to go there and see what it entails, see how quickly we can get it done. This evening turned very, very quickly for us. We went to the, I don't even know what you call it here. It's like Service Ontario, but it's not. It's like the insurance place. We went there to talk about switching some cars over and stuff, and we ended up spending like a couple hours out doing stuff. And like we went in there, it was light. We left there and it was dark, because there's a lot that goes into this that we didn't really know about. And there's really no way to know about it, I guess, until you come here and try and do it yourself and whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just stuff like transferring cars takes a lot, because the way that's set up in BC is completely different than the way that everything is set up in Ontario. So it all needs to be fixed on Ontario's side, and then we need to bring that stuff here and do it. It's kind of a mess, but it does work that we're gonna go home for Christmas, because then we'll be able to figure stuff out in Ontario. A little tip, if anybody's ever doing this, look into this before you get there, because we knew we were going home, so we knew we'd be okay. But if you're not gonna go home, you may not be as okay as you thought. And obviously I said our stuff's not here yet, so we're still sleeping on this air mattress. We had the guys from TELUS come give us our Wi-Fi and our 2 TV boxes, which are supposed to be pretty cool. They're like 4K TV boxes. This one's wireless, that one's got a PVR. We got ourselves hooked up pretty cool. We just don't have our TVs because they're on the truck with everything else. So this is like our main little hangout section, I guess you could say, like the dinner table. It's kind of all we have right now. Everything else is still pretty empty. Easy killer.
Why doesn't it work now?
You want me to do it? Here.
Nope.
Here. Let him real me do it. Let him real me do it. Come on. Come on, let me do it. Come on.
Whatever.
Nice try. So tonight we're just whipping up some spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, gee, you're splashing everywhere. Tonight we're gonna whip up some spaghetti and meatballs, and then we're probably just gonna watch Netflix on the laptop, because that's what we have to do. And that's probably gonna sum up the rest of our night. It's been pretty cool so far. We're both pretty happy with how it's going. There's obviously setbacks, but so far it's been really cool. It's nice to like explore here and see all the stuff that's so close to home. It's kind of cool. And I've had a lot of people, not a lot, but there's been some people who've offered me some jobs and stuff, so I might look into that tomorrow. We don't need them until like January, but it'd be nice to know what we have and what's, you know, what we're gonna get into. So maybe I'll look into some of that tomorrow. We're gonna finish whipping this up, and that's probably gonna be it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to come back tomorrow. Peace out.